Those closest to the Palm Beach Gardens Publix gunman speak out.
You think a damn soul told us about that? No.
Against criticism from the sheriff. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi signing a bill.
Take an important step to honor 49 beautiful souls who passed.
Immortalizing a Pulse National Memorial. And following the Switzerland summit,
I told President Putin that we need to have some basic rules of the road.
President Biden plans for trust in the next chapter of U.S.-Russia relations. These stories and more coming up on Newsbreak.
Hello, South Florida. I'm Zitlali Solache, and today is Thursday, June 17th, 2021.
From the South Florida Media Network's Biscayne-based studios in North Miami, this is SFMN Newsbreak.
A dispute this morning between authorities and those closest to the man accused of the public shooting in South Florida last week over whether the warning signs were ever reported. Following criticism from the Palm Beach sheriff, the ex-wife of the accused gunman says they sought help from authorities. The network's Gretel Sanchez reports on the dispute from Royal Palm Beach.
The reason for Timothy Wall to kill a grandmother and her one-year-old grandson inside a local grocery store is still unknown. His ex-wife attorney says Timothy suffered from mental illness and his family made numerous efforts to provide him with the care he needed. Authorities say the 55-year-old followed the victims throughout the store. He shot the child first and then the woman before killing himself.
He's on Facebook. He has said, I want to kill people and children. He's got friends. Obviously, they saw that.
Moved by this tragedy, people in the community continue to bring flowers and stuffed animals to this memorial. Sheriff Rick Bradshaw of Palm Beach County points the finger to the people in the shooter's life, including his ex-wife.
His ex-wife said he's been acting strange. He thinks he's being followed. He's paranoid. You think a damn soul told us about that? No. And if it sounds like I'm angry, I am.
Hours after the incident, deputies searched the shed behind the ex-wife's house and interviewed her. In a statement from her attorney, they say, "We are disheartened by the approach that has been taken by the sheriff." Writing, he made an insinuation without knowledge of all the facts. They go on to say the family asked for help and notified sheriff deputies on numerous occasions. And they say he was in need of mental health services and that he had surprisingly acquired a firearm.
If somebody would have let us know who he is, we would have contacted him, see if he's got a gun, get him into mental health, and you wouldn't have two people dead.
Gretel Sanchez, South Florida Media Network.
A Pulse nightclub national memorial is in the works this morning after House Speaker Nancy Pelosi signed Bill H.R. 49.
It's with very deep and mixed emotions that we come together, pleased that we will immortalize Pulse as a national memorial and take an important step to honor 49 beautiful souls who passed.
She signed the bill yesterday, only days after the 5-year anniversary of the mass shooting. On June 12, 2016, Omar Matin killed 49 people and injured 50 when he shot directly into the popular gay venue in Orlando. The club still hasn't reopened since the shooting. A large part of the state's last coal power plant is in a pile of rubble this morning. The plant, which is an Indian town near Lake Okeechobee, was imploded yesterday. It took 171 pounds of explosives to bring down the 25-year-old building's chimney stack. Later this year, the ash silo will also be removed. FPL hopes to replace the plant with a natural gas plant and will work towards a solar plant in the future. Back home this morning, President Biden finishes his historic trip overseas. The network's Alejandra Garcia recaps his meeting with Russian President Vladimir Putin and what's next for the U.S.
Sedlali, President Biden arrived in Washington, D.C. this morning after ending the historic summit and trip where he met with Russian President Vladimir Putin in Geneva.
I did what I came to do.
The two leaders met for roughly 3.5 hours in Geneva as they progressed the talks on the controversial issues at hand.
The talks were quite constructive.
The tone of the entire meetings, I guess it was a total of 4 hours, was good, positive.
One of the best results from their agreement is having the ambassadors from both Russia and the U.S. return to their diplomatic posts.
The bottom line is I told President Putin that we need to have some basic rules of the road that we can all abide by.
The Russian president spoke about denying any role in the recent ransomware attacks and the jailing concerns of his political opponents, while President Biden continued to press him on multiple fronts.
They've said that most of the cyber attacks in the world are carried out from the cyber realm of the United States.
I also told him that no president of the United States could keep faith with the American people if they did not speak out to defend our democratic values, to stand up for the universal and fundamental freedoms that all men and women have in our view. That's just part of the DNA of our country.
President Biden also said they will know in 3 to 6 months if the agreement sustained, but grew visibly angry when asked if the summit would lead to real diplomacy from Russia.
Why are you so confident he'll change his behavior, Mr. President?
Yeah, I'm not confident in changing behavior. What the hell? What do you do over there? So when did I say I was confident?
You said in the next 6 months you'll be able to determine.
What I said was, let's get it straight. I said what will change their behavior is if the rest of the world reacts to them and it diminishes their standing in the world. I'm not confident of anything. I'm just stating the fact.
The world watched as the two leaders ended the summit and described it as constructive while hoping for both countries to fulfill their designated arrangements very soon. In the Control Center, Alejandra Garcia, South Florida Media Network.
Also coming out of the summit, the future is looking bright for a sunglass company back here in the U.S. after President Biden's gift to Russia's president gets a ton of publicity.
This is the style that was gifted. Social media was going crazy, and we knew then that, okay, something happened.
Also still ahead, Coca-Cola taking a big hit after this famous athlete gestures to drink water instead. Newsbreak will be back in 2 minutes.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
I was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies. Selfie, nailed it.
We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's put a ride home.
There was an old woman who lived in a shoe. She had so many children, she didn't know what to do. She gave them some broth without any bread and kissed them all soundly and put them to bed. Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org. This is the story of a boy who is very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where nothing could get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. It made him feel uncomfortable. One day, he found out he had something called autism. His family got him help, and slowly, he learned how to live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Hey, let's check out this park. Oh, wow, that's really cool. To find a great local park or forest near you, go to discovertheforest.org.
This is the style that was gifted. It's what we call our Concord style.
A spectacular surprise for this eyeglass company. A pair of aviator sunglasses gifted to Russian President Vladimir Putin getting some exposure. President Biden gifted an iconic pair of aviator sunglasses to Russian President Putin. And today the company which manufactures the shades faces lots of publicity as Biden's deed went viral.
The phone started going off the hook, social media was going crazy, and we knew then that, okay, something happened.
The Randolph USA Eyeglass Company is in Boston, Massachusetts. CEO Peter Waskiewicz is honored to have his products take center stage, especially as the company was founded by his immigrant Polish parents. Today, the sunglasses are sold globally and continue to manufacture for the U.S. military, which is something they've been doing for 4 decades. Bad news for executives at Coca-Cola this morning after they lost money because of a news conference with soccer superstar Cristiano Ronaldo. In the news conference in Budapest on Monday, Ronaldo removed 2 Coke bottles out of view and instead picked up a bottle of water. Afterwards, their stock dipped, causing them to lose $4 billion in market value. The stock has rebounded since then. That's all the time we have for Newsbreak. I'm Zitlali Solache. Get more news anytime at sfmn.fiu.edu.